Hello everybody, my name is Gina and this is In Cold Lit. So this is my second Top 5 Wednesday video because I wanted to do the actual Top 5 Wednesday that is for today, but since this week is the Mentalong, I wanted to do my own Top 5 Wednesday and do my top 5 books surrounding mental illness that I have read. So I haven't read a lot of books surrounding mental illness, at least not that I can think of off the top of my head, or that I would really classify as being about mental illness or really kind of showing mental illness and raising the awareness of mental illness, but these are books that I absolutely loved and I would put in this category. So again, there are so many books out there that I want to read that I just haven't gotten the chance to read yet, but these are the top 5 for this video for this week. So in no particular order, these are the top 5 books that I'm going to use for my top 5 mental illness books. The first is It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. Yes, this is the DVD. I don't actually own this book yet. I have read it, I got it from the library, and the book and the movie are just phenomenal. I highly recommend both of them. So since I didn't have the book cover to show you, here's the movie cover. So It's Kind of a Funny Story obviously ties into this category because it follows Craig and how he kind of realizes that he's having some trouble and how he's just really depressed, so he checks himself into a mental hospital, and it goes through his journey in the mental hospital and kind of realizing, okay, maybe I'm not as bad off as some other people are. The next book, which I truly loved this book and the movie, is Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. So this book deals with mental illness because it's kind of the same deal with It's Kind of a Funny Story. It follows the main character Charlie and kind of going through his depression and how he kind of copes with things, and you really find out more about why he is the way he is and why he's dealing with all of these issues, and it's just a remarkable story, and the book and the movie are just so well done. I just love it. The next book, which I will have my review out probably tomorrow, is Still Alice by Lisa Genova. I loved this book. This book was just incredible and amazing, and Lisa Genova did her research. Like, she understood what it is for somebody to have Alzheimer's disorder, and she really portrayed it very nicely, and you can hear all my thoughts about it whenever I post my review on this, which again, I believe is going to come tomorrow. So the next 2 books are 2 of my favorite books as well, but until this read along, when I saw these books on the bookshelf that people are reading them, I didn't really peg them as mental illness books because they don't follow a main character that has the mental illness. They're kind of more of the side characters, but it does involve mental illness and it does raise awareness for mental illness. So the first would be Looking for Alaska by John Green. Now, this involves mental illness because the side character, Alaska, is dealing with depression and she is going through a hard time. So that's why I chose this book. Like, I absolutely loved this book. It is probably my favorite John Green book to date. And I love all his books, but this one was really, really good, and it was incredible. And the last book I haven't read it in a while. I read this book back in high school, so it's been at least 7 years since I read it. I want to say I read it sophomore, junior year maybe. So I wasn't too sure about putting this in with mental illness category, but I saw that it was in the bookshelf and that people were counting it as a mental illness. So rereading the synopsis of this book, it clearly states that there is a mental illness within this in the form of an eating disorder. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and I kind of really want to reread this book now, and that is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. This is probably my favorite Sarah Dessen book. It was the first Sarah Dessen book that I read. I haven't read too many other Sarah Dessen books. I do have a few on my TBR that I need to read, but this is an amazing story and an amazing book. And again, it's been a long time since I've read it, so I don't really know too much of what deals with the mental illness, but I do know that her sister has an eating disorder, and now kind of rereading the synopsis, I vaguely remember, you know, reading about the eating disorder and what it is like for her sister and the effect that it has on the family. So that is why this book is on this list. So that is my top 5 books kind of dealing with mental illness that I have read. Again, there are so many books out there that I want to read that just sound amazing, but that's all I really have for you guys today. Thank you for watching my impromptu top 5 Wednesday. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, links to everything in the description below, including all of the Mentalong links, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.